Hi, how are you? We will be talking about something really important. We will help you with important tips when you are applying to a university. It is really important that you have a good personal statement, and we will be talking about this now. I am Bustamante from Global Studies, and I will present you to Karen
Karen
Mendoza
Mendoza
that will
that
give
will
us
give us
these
these
tips,
tips,
these really
these really
important
important
tips
tips
for your
for your
personal
personal
statement.
statement.
Hi, hello everybody. I think one of the special factors for your application is the personal statement. So we're going to explain you everything about the personal statement and what points you should remark when you are writing your personal statement. So as many of you are applying to study to different universities, USA, UK, Canada, Australia, Ireland, or any other destination, one important factor is your personal statement that in the future can also be used for your letter of intention for the visa application. If you are applying for a visa, of course. So let's start with how to write a personal statement. Well, it's very important for you to bear in mind that the personal statement is the sum up of all the details that you have achieved during your life. So, what universities are looking for is the content. So, they want that the proper personal statement is written by the student. So, they are not looking into a document that has, like, for example, different terminology. The most simple and honest words that you use to describe what you have been doing is the best. So, in that sense, they want a content, so where you sum up who you are, and the presentation should be easy to read, well written, and also very well organized and clear. So, in fact, when you are writing, you should open with why you want to study the chosen program. Why? What is that passion that is you driving inside to decide what course you are applying to study? This is very, very important because what they want is a student who is 100% sure that the course that they are choosing to study is the right application for them. So if you see, there are different parts in the personal statement. One is open with why you want to study your chosen program, the subject. The second point is demonstrate your interest in the subject. This section is very important. And the third one is about relate what you are currently studying with what you are choosing to study as a degree or a postgraduate degree. So, and in the fourth part, we have show you have the qualities required to cope with the demands of studying at the university. And the final should be closed with just a final thought. Could be something, or just a thanks for reading my personal statement and looking forward to become one of your students at your university. Something like that, yeah? When we're talking about opening sentences, I know it's very difficult for you to start talking about yourself. However, there are phrases that you could use. For example, I have always been interested or fascinated in studying mathematics or physics or biology. So you can start talking about why is driving you studying the course you are choosing to study. For example, another phrase is, for as long as I can remember, I have always been interested in IT computing technology, for example. Or I'm applying to study the program of bachelor engineer because I like the technology. So there are different kind of words you can use to open up. Even if you want to introduce yourself, my name is Jorge, I am from, for example, Colombia, and I want to study at the Canadian universities because I have great desire to be part of these universities that invest a lot in research. So there are different ways you can start presenting yourself in the personal statement. Make it personal. It's very important that it's your own work because they will be reading and looking at how truly you are with the words that you are using and what kind of personal experience you have had to go through in order to apply for this program. So, why do you want to study the subject? When did your interest start in this subject? And what do you find interesting about this subject? If you start asking these questions, you will find the answers how you can start relating and writing your personal statement. So always try to do like opening sentences. For example, at 14, helping at a day center for the disabled and elderly consolidated my desire to work with vulnerable people and more specifically to become, for example, a dental nurse or nurse assistant. So there are ways you can start, open up. And about the second point, the second part, demonstrate your interest in the subject. It's very important. If you have been previously, for example, at the school studying the generic high school, and during any activity during your school, you did, for example, an investigation in biology or business, you could speak about that experience that you had at school. You could relate, for example, when I was doing my investigation in biology, I realized that I had great passion. Or when I was helping in a charity, I realized I want to work with vulnerable children. So these kind of experiences can demonstrate that you are truly interested in the program. And it's very important because a good personal statement can open you opportunities. So how else you can demonstrate this interest? Something extra that you could mention is about an article you have read, a book, a research, or some kind of news or documentary that you read that is relating you to that subject. Something that you have made probably, some hobby that you may have. For example, if you like doing exercise or you like doing activities and you want to study sports, you can relate to that. Or if you have been, for example, a conference or a seminar or a tester day, if you mention it, it really makes outstanding your personal statement because you have been thinking about that and is relating to the program you're applying to study. Also, any work experience, if you have achieved and is related to the program you are applying, it will help you. So there are different factors. And sometimes many students are very confused about why do I want to study this degree? Why? So in that sense, if you take note of this website, you will find out more information about all the courses, segmented by degrees, by faculties, so you can have an idea what modules or what areas you will do in terms of research in that subjects, and we will give you an input of what else you could write in the personal statement. For example, I want to be an engineer, and what areas you're going to cover, and after getting a degree, where you will apply. So that all that information is in that website that is very useful. So you are welcome to go in that website. It's organized by the Cambridge University. There are very good and useful opportunities for you to read, and the students can get an idea exactly where they're going to end up when they finish that degree. And that's very important because you can use that information for the personal statement. And another thing is demonstrate the interest in the subject. So what else you could do? Why did you choose this? What did you do to choose the program? And what did you learn from it? So these are very important questions you can ask yourself and start writing all the answers in your personal statement. In that section, in the section 3, relate what you are currently doing or studying towards your chosen degree. It's very important because at the end, when you get the degree, that's going to be what you're gonna do for the rest of many years. So it's very important that you really find out that what you have been doing is gonna take you. And there are sometimes students that they are very confused exactly about what they want to study. And when they do the personal statement, they do realize that what really they like it. For example, we had many students that at the beginning they said to me, I want to study education. Okay, you want to study education and you want to be a teacher. Oh, that's great. But then what are your plans? I want to go back, for example, to Latin America. However, the educational system is very different. And when they are writing the personal statement, they realize that that probably will be a difficulty in the future. So by writing your personal statement, you will be eliminating some future issues as well, because you will be questioning yourself why you are applying to study this program. And it's very useful. So try to relate your previous experiences with the chosen program. It's very important. And for that, we can give you tips. For example, analytical writing. You can also write about the skills that you have. If you are choosing to study travel and tourism, probably you can remark that you always like to travel. You always organize the trips for your family. And if, for example, you did some short courses about, I don't know, technology, marketing, or travel, so you can mention all that. Even in the high school level, if you did some trips abroad with your classmates, you could mention that kind of things. And you could also mention the modules you have taken and you were very interested. And if you solved any problem or any experience you had it related to what you are choosing to study, that could be also that you could mention in your personal statement, modules and so on. So in the fourth part of the section, the part 4, we have show you have the qualities required to cope with the demand of studying at the university. And this part is very important because what the universities want is a person who has the time and is taking serious the studies at the university level. You will have to read a lot. You will have to do a lot of research, and the universities want a person who is committed to do that. They don't want any issues with attendance, and if you mention in your personal statement, I'm very committed to gain this degree because it's something I always had as my goal. So you are giving them the security that you will be attending and you will complete the degree. So it's very important. For example, you can also mention here the qualities. You can mention all the extra skills you have achieved, apart of the ones we mentioned. You can mention the skills like leadership, work experience, if you have been doing investigation, charity support, apprenticeships, internships, volunteering activities. Even if it's unpaid, you can mention in the personal statement. If you are very good with deadlines, if you have skills to work as a team, communication skills, all that kind of skills are very important, and you could mention in your personal statement. And also we have tried to, when you finish the personal statement, you can try to close the document with very nice final thought, like saying, I'm really hoping to get my degree and looking forward to be your student. Or I will be very pleased to be part of your alumni and one day help with some kind of research. So this kind of thoughts will be very good because the person who is reading will feel motivated that you are truly with your personal statement. So I think this is it for the personal statement, but to sum up, I want to make clear that the personal statement, one, you need to get prepared, you need to read, you need to think about what you have done, what you are planning to do. Check exactly what the university or college is exactly asking you. If you're applying for medicine, they will need more details, more exams. And also, if you are applying through UCAS, the personal statement will be different. So it's very important you understand if you're applying straight away to a university, it's different because you need to mention the university, but if you're applying through UCAS, you don't need to mention the university because the same personal statement will be submitted to all the universities, the 5 universities you are submitting through UCAS. So we can help you with that. I know it's a bit confusing, but when you are submitting through UCAS, always is just don't name the university, but you need to mention about the program. You need to make the list of things that the university is asking you to include, and also what to include. Probably you can include all the subjects of interest you have within the program, and you can also include previous studies, previous work experience, and also about the technical details. In UCAS, they will ask you a length up to 4,000 characters. So if you're applying directly to the university, well, it's not such a software that is going to check how many words you are doing, but normally they recommend you between 1 or 2 pages. But as long as you have the personal statement that covers all the information that you need to tell them, they will not mind exactly how many lines or characters you are writing. But the most important is you cover all the questions we mentioned you. So if you have any questions or you need extra support, we can help you with that. In fact, most of our students, we always revise their personal statements and we check. And it's very important for you to have a very good personal statement because the personal statement can impact also in getting you a scholarship with the university. So we invite you to write your personal statement, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Karen,
Karen,
for
for
all
all
these
these
important
important
tips
tips
that
that
you
you
offered
offered
us
us
now.
now,
And
and
don't
don't
forget to
forget to
contact
contact
us.
us.
If you have
If you have
questions,
questions,
we will be available to help you. And don't forget to follow us in our social media. We are available in YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to follow us. You will know more about
about
different
different
tips
tips
and
and
different events we do have. Well, thank you, and
and
bye to
bye to
everybody.
everybody.
Bye bye.